Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin. I hope you guys are having a great night. I'm having a great night so far. Please make sure you start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button. And please share this video on Facebook and Twitter. And if you're watching on your mobile phone, you can still share and click the thumbs up button. If you're watching the Scorpion Show for the first time, please make sure that you click that subscribe button, which is right below this video. Excuse me. What kind of word is that? Excuse me, y'all. Earlier today, I released a video that I recorded in Atlanta over the weekend. I actually have two videos that I uploaded from Atlanta. One with my friend Courtney, which was a very, very great video. And then on the second video, I recorded a video with Candy from Sweet Addictions TV and Rocks from Forest Rocks on YouTube. So please make sure that you watch those videos and subscribe to Candy and Rocks' channel, because Courtney doesn't have a channel. You know, he used to do YouTube videos, but not anymore. But check those videos out if you missed them, because they are very, very great videos. So, you know, this video, I had to run to YouTube to make a video about this episode of Have and the Have-Nots. I don't really want to do a weekly review of the Have and the Have-Nots like every week, like talk about every little thing that went on. But this episode, it just... Ooh, that episode just like, bitch, you got to talk about this one. You just can't not act like Have and the Have-Nots isn't going on. If you don't watch the Have and the Have-Nots, it comes on Oprah's network on TV, Tuesdays at 9 p.m. I don't know when Oprah is ever going to do another reunion of the first season, but if you missed the first season, you missed a lot. So it's really going to be hard for you to try to get into the second season. I don't know if there will be a DVD or if it's on, you know, DVR, but check it out to see if it's on there. So, you know, it's, a lot is unraveling during the second season, you know, where it left off from the first season with Wyatt running down Benny at the end of the episode, and then, you know, Hannah being in the house. She knows that Wyatt ran somebody over, but the Criers are trying to cover up, you know, what happened with Wyatt. Like they're just trying to act like this shit has never happened and try to pinpoint it on somebody else. Mr. Crier tried to point it on Jeffrey, and David wasn't fucking having it. We're also finding out that Veronica has cut off Jeffrey's phone. I don't think, they don't know where Jeffrey's car is, because Wyatt took Jeffrey's car and crashed it. So, you know, I guess David and Mr. Crier, I'm trying to remember their names, so that's why I'm calling some by their last names. I know their names, but you know, when you're talking and trying to remember 12 different characters, you know, it's a whole bunch of shit going on. So yeah, so I guess they found the car, or they did something with the car, because no one knows where this car is. Amanda has just gone crazy. We found out now that Amanda has schizophrenia, and she has something else going on with her. But this bitch was crazy. She was talking to us off on last week's episode, and then she was going after the teacher that raped her from the first season, calling him a monster. And that's when I was like, wait a minute now, he's talking about monsters and talking about bad bitches. I say Tyler Perry was listening to too much Nicki Minaj and just adding them to his storyline. But anyway, you know, it's been a really good roller coaster ride, and we found out that Wyatt not only ran over Benny, Wyatt also ran over a 2-year-old girl that was killed. What the hell was a 2-year-old girl doing at a party, and why was she out in the street? I will never know. And you know, those characters, the girl, the father, and then the pastor, they were a little bit overbearing. Like, I thought they were like overacting a little bit in the first episode, but now, you know, in the second episode, the pastor made me like him a little more. But, you know, I know they're going after Hannah. And this is where it's like, you know, because the little girl lost her life. And then they're coming after Hannah because the same person that ran over the 2-year-old girl ran over Benny. So now they're like, we want you to join us and help us find out who did this. But I think in the back of Hannah's mind, she knows that it was Wyatt. But she's just... hasn't said anything, or she hasn't even talked to the Criers at this point. She hasn't even talking to oh, come on, Candace at all. Like, she didn't even tell Candace like what's going on with Benny. And you know, Candace is now worried, like, I talk to you every fucking day. Benny, where the hell you at? What's going on? Blah 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 blah. So, you know, everybody, you know, it's looking like Candace doesn't know. Oh, come on. Let me just skip it. It's a lot of people that don't know. Everybody don't know what's going on, but I think Hannah is the one that knows everything, but she just hasn't said anything. The Criers and the Harringtons, they're still trying to go on with this damn governor. They still want to run for governor and, you know, vice governor. And I'm just like, damn, like, this is really ruthless. Like, we already know that Wyatt ran somebody over. And then what if this comes out about Wyatt running Benny over and running the 2-year-old girl over, which he killed, and they're still trying to act like this is happening, like this is all going to blow up in their face. And I do think it's all going to blow up in their face. I just don't know when. Because, you know, Hannah is going to go, like, Hannah has to know that Wyatt was behind this. And I think that, you know, for, you know, part of next week's episode is, you know, they're still trying to get Hannah to join them. And I think that she just might join them, and then they're probably going to try to, I don't know, shit, knowing the Criers, they might try to kill Hannah. Oh my God, they already want to kill Candace. This is just, it's like you just don't know what's going to go on. I like the little white girl that played the Olivia Pope, but she was shadier, and, you know, she was real shady, and just, you know, getting them together, what you can wear, what you can't wear. Veronica, you're too flashy, you look fine, but you, she told Catherine she didn't do something with her fashions. I loved how Catherine got Celine together on this episode, because, you know, Celine hasn't even told Catherine that Hannah has called, you know, that she was in the hospital for something important. And Celine had the shadiest line last week, which said, I ain't telling her shit. And I just love how it, you know, just went into the next scene. You know, Celine already don't like Hannah because she think Hannah is going after Mr. Crier, whose real name is Jim on the show. You know, going after Mr. Crier, and then she's just been like, why are you promoting her, and why are you treating Hannah better than you're treating me? So, you know, if you don't watch the show, they have two maids, Hannah and Celine. So anyway, you know, so Catherine really doesn't know what's going on with Hannah. And I'm like, well, why the fuck Catherine can't call Hannah to find out where Hannah is at? You know, and Candace is trying to get Amanda, who is the Criers' daughter, to, you know, sue them for for her money. She wants to drop out of school with the money. And, you know, I know that that Candace has something going on with that. Like, as far as maybe trying to take advantage of her and take her money and everything. And Jeffrey told Candace, like, what are you doing? Like, he got her together. And, you know, because, you know, in the beginning of the second season, it was like you kind of was like looking at it from like, Candace is a very nice person, but I think Candace does a lot of things because she has a lot of cruel intentions behind them. She can be very uplifting, but I think it's for her gain. You know, I think something's going to come out of that. It just has to. Like, she's not doing all of this just to be nice. You know, no good deed goes unpunished. That's what's going to happen. Candace is going to, you know, do something. And then Jeffrey was letting her know, you don't fuck with them. They are very ruthless people. But I guess we don't know how ruthless Candace is. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to try to kill her. I don't know if they're going to try to kill Hannah. I don't know. But I know that the Criers are really going to try to talk to Hannah and try to convince her not to go against, oh, it's going to go down. It's going to go down. It's just so much going on, but this is my show. I'm just loving it. And I just wanted to talk about how Benny's father fucking tried it. Like, he really tried it on this episode. He made me mad. Veronica she's already making me mad too. Veronica, like, bitch, get over it. Veronica's reminding me of all of those mothers that knows in her head that her son is gay, and then once she finds out, oh, it must be a phase, it's this, it's that, she's cutting her son off. And, you know, it's just so, the roles is just so reversed, because you have the father like, that's my son, I love my son, and she's cutting off his money, his credit cards, she done cut off his damn cell phone. I don't know how the hell Jeffrey's getting, oh, he's getting around by taxi cabs, because he already confronted Wyatt on this episode. Veronica is just being a true bitch, and I'm just hating her this season. You know, she came into her own at the end of the first season of Having Have-Nots, but on this time, I am not liking her at all. And it's like, the sight of her just making me like, bitch. Like, you know, I'm just not liking her, but, you know, ain't nothing to do with the person playing Veronica. It's just, her character is just so damn strong, it's making me not like her every time I see her on the camera. she's too fucking uppity, and she's all, you know what, let me not go there. But yeah, but back to Benny's father. So last week we found out that Benny's father is on dialysis, he has bad kidneys, and he need a kidney, and then the doctor, you know, all violated all kinds of laws, telling Hannah that, you know, he told me he's married with 3 kids, but he brought in 5 fucking kids to test to see if it was a match for his kidneys. And obviously there weren't matches, so the father is just slowly dying. And on this episode, he finds out that Benny is in the hospital with his newsy ass, because, you know, the doctor was already being a bitch to Hannah. And then we finding out that he found out that Benny's in the hospital. He's like, well, that's my son. And, you know, Hannah already knows that, you know, you only showing up and you're only here because you want that kidney. And, you know, somebody tweeted, not somebody, James, who's my Twitter friend, he's my friend, period. He gonna tell me, oh, well, you know, don't look at Benny, don't look at Benny's father like that, because if it wasn't for him, Benny probably would still be in jail. Look, it don't matter. He already had his own intentions. He wanted to get to know Benny just so he can ask Benny for that motherfucking kidney. So, you know, we found out that Benny is on life support, and, you know, Hannah's like, you ain't taking my son. Hannah went off for 40 days and 80 nights in that hospital, talking about God, talking about Jesus, how you just a doctor, but I know Jesus, I know God. She just went off. And then she had another powerful scene when she went to the church, and, you know, she was in there singing and praying and crying. Like, it was a very powerful scene, but I was just mad at Hannah's hair. Like, when she does her maid thing, her hair is laid in that maid wig, but when she's just regular, when she's not in character, I mean, when she's not at the maid, doing her maid job, her hair is just a mess. But no shade to the natural girls out there. I'm not saying anything else, but I'm just mad at the struggle here right now. So anyway, so the father, you know, he's talking to her about, you ever thought about organ donations and everything? And at the end of the episode, we finding out that the father is trying to get a court order to get Benny off life support, and that just ate me the fuck up, because it reminds me of anytime your son, you know, the fathers, that anytime you have a child that's successful, they always want to come back into their child's life for some motherfucking money. But in this case, the father is being heartless and being cruel and all about himself, because he wants to live and want his son to die just to take his kidney. But we also found out that Benny is brain dead. Like, Benny is brain dead, and y'all know how I feel about when you're brain dead, but I'm just going to go along with this storyline. Once you're brain dead, you're dead. It's not often that you hear about people that are declared brain dead and recover from it. It's very, very rare, but it can happen. So, you know, with Hannah's faith and, you know, Tyler Perry writing this, you never know what's going to go down. So, I'm just so over the fact that the father, who hasn't been there for Benny at all, wants to just show the fuck up and say, oh, I'm taking him off life support. And who said he could get the motherfucking organs? Who said he could get the kidney so he can live? And who said that they were even a match? That's what I don't know. Like, and then the, you know, the father of the grandfather of the girl that was killed, he showed up asking Hannah, like, I want you to come to the funeral. The funeral is tomorrow. So we already seeing that Hannah's at the funeral, and that's when the Criers gonna find out that the 2 people that Wyatt hit was her son, and I mean, the Criers gonna find out that Wyatt hit her son and killed that girl. So it's all gonna, everything is gonna go down next Tuesday. Tyler, I am enjoying this season. I enjoyed last season, but this season I think that it's juicier. You know, at first I was mad because I'm like, this is all a coincidence. Like, how is everything that's going on, like all the storyline, everything that's intertwining is all with the same of the main characters? Like, how oh, what's the word I'm looking for? How was it? Y'all know what the hell I'm trying to say. It's a coincidence. Like, how can this be? Well, all of this going on happening with the same people, that's rare. That's something you don't never hear. So, you know, that's why I was like, it doesn't seem right. But at this point, I don't give a damn. I'm just enjoying the storyline. I'm really enjoying the storyline. And I don't watch soaps This reminds me of a soap opera, but this is the show right here. So if you already missing Scandal and everything, you having withdrawals, you need to get into the have and the have-nots, because this show is really good. I want to know what y'all think is going to happen next week. I think that probably at the end, because you know how these shows are, at the end of the have and the have-nots, the Criers are going to try to talk to Hannah and probably pay her some money. And if she's not being cooperative, I think they might try to kill her too. I don't know what's going to happen. Candace, girl, look, Candace need to leave the Criers alone. You already got what your money, you got the money and you got the car. Yeah, we already know what happened with that, but you should have just took that money and ran. Why are you still trying to take over Amanda and her inheritance and everything? I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. It's just too much going on. What's going to go on with Jeffrey? How can it? Will David and Veronica still exist? How the Olivia Pope that came on? You know. How is she going to get into what's going on in these family issues, and how are they going to try to cover it up? How are they going to try to cover up what's going on with Wyatt? How are they going to try to cover up what's going on with Amanda that's stalking the damn teacher? It is so much going on, and I can't fucking wrap my head around everybody and their issues. I just can't wait to watch next week. Have and Have Nots is my motherfucking show. Tyler Perry, you fucking did that. I don't watch that other stuff that you got, but this one, this show, Have and Have Nots, this is my motherfucking show. And if it's a really juicy, I'll be back to talk about it next week. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.